Folks, let's talk about Dragon Sword. People are calling it Dragon Nest 2. Some people say it evolved, some people say it didn't, so I started looking at it. I looked at the gameplay, the combat, the world, everything they showed, and I have to say it's very interesting. Now let's rewind for a second because context matters. Back in 2010, Dragon Nest was something special. It really was. The combat was fast, it was flashy, and it felt completely different from other MMOs at the time. While most games were slow and clunky, Dragon Nest was fast, very fast. All movement, all action, all combos. People remember that. They don't forget it. Now fast forward to today. What used to be called Project D is now officially Dragon Sword, and it's being presented as the spiritual successor to Dragon Nest. Visually, it's a big jump. We're talking Unreal Engine 5, modern lighting, smoother animations. Everything looks sharper, cleaner, and more expensive. But here's the important part. Even with all these upgrades, it still looks like Dragon Nest. The style is there. The personality is there. You can see it immediately. Now let's talk about the world, because that's where things really change. Dragon Sword is clearly going for a more modern approach to exploration. Think Breath of the Wild, think Genshin Impact. And honestly, that makes sense. Those games are very popular, very successful. What's interesting is that Dragon Nest was never like this. The original game was mostly instance-based. You had a hub and then you went into dungeons. There wasn't much exploration. Dragon Sword changes that completely. Now you can roam freely, ride mounts, climb walls, swim underwater, and actually explore the environment. And from what they've shown, it looks very good. There are different mounts too, some serious and some fun, which is very cute and very unexpected. Now let's talk about combat, because this is where Dragon Nest really made its name. The combat looks strong, fast, flashy, with smooth animations. Classes also feel familiar but updated. Mounts even seem to play a role in combat. You can ride them, dismount into fights, and move through the world with other players. If you played Dragon Nest before, the enemies will feel very familiar. You'll recognize them right away. Boss fights look much bigger this time. Huge enemies, giant dragons, very cinematic. Now let's talk about the story. From what they've shown so far, story clearly matters more this time, with better cutscenes, stronger music, and more emotional moments. The original Dragon Nest had a story, but this looks like a big upgrade. And yes, it looks expensive, which makes sense, because the team behind Dragon Sword got a major investment from Garena. You can see where the money went. But now we have to be honest for a moment. Not everything in Dragon Nest's history has gone perfectly. 100 Soul had great combat, but it shut down. Dragon Nest mobile versions didn't last either. That's the reality of MMOs and live service games. If a game doesn't hit big, companies move on. You can still play Dragon Nest today and it's still fun, but let's be honest, it feels dated. The magic isn't quite the same anymore, and that's why Dragon Sword matters. This feels like a real attempt to bring that feeling back. The speed, the style, the excitement. Will it succeed? That depends on a lot of things. Gameplay, monetization, and how they handle the cash shop. If they do it right, this could be something special. Not perfect, but special. And honestly, that's all people are asking for.
If Dual Corp looks interesting to you, check the links in the description, and if you enjoy first impressions, retro-style games, and chill but honest reactions, consider subscribing because let's be real, it is never just one more mob.
If you want honest takes on games without the fake hype and without the fake news, make sure you subscribe. This is Tremendous Gamer, and we're making gaming great again.